I had my spiritual awakening in 2021. So from 2021 until current day now, which is August 14th, 2026, I can most definitely tell you that there is a light and dark aspect to being a part of this spiritual community. Now, I'm saying this as somebody who is a content creator in the spiritual community, and a lot of content creators are starting to say the same thing because we're all coming to the same realization, bro, that this spiritual community is just another like box, you know what I'm saying? It's just like kind of like another religion in a sense. And there's nothing wrong with religion, so don't take that, if you're religious, don't take that like as in like offensive, but it's just kind of like spiritual awakenings were meant to be a personal journey, like a personal path of growth and elevation. And it's starting to become like a list of rules, you know what I'm saying? It's starting to become like a list of rules and expectations of how you are supposed to maneuver through your own personal journey, your own personal experience. And that's the thing, like everybody's path, everybody's experience is different. So how the fuck are we trying to confine everybody's path into a set of rules, into a box, you know what I'm saying? And I just been preaching this shit for the past like month or two, you know what I'm saying, that it's like I don't want to be a part of this spiritual community because it's just a lot of ego. And I still have ego too at the same time, so I'm not saying that as in I'm some perfect person, because everybody has their ego, everybody has their flaws, you know what I'm saying? But I'm starting to come to the realization that it's just like these spiritual people, me included, because I was once like this too, and I still act like this at certain moments, at certain times, but I'm still a work in progress because I'm coming to the realization. But certain spiritual people, they just have this big ass spiritual ego because they think that they know information that puts them above people, when that's necessarily not the case at all. You know what I'm saying? It's just an ego thing, bro. Like when spiritual people awaken to information that's, of course, hidden from the mass, they think that they're just above all. They just think that they know more, and it creates this big ass ego. It creates this big ass, you know what I'm saying? It makes them feel like they're just some superior human being. And it's like, it's gotten so toxic to the point that I can't even stand to be around these type of people. You know what I'm saying? Like from me being on TikTok live panels, for example, and I could have a very enlightened conversation with somebody that's religious. They don't have to be necessarily spiritual. And I could have spiritual people in the comments or just in the panels just pushing out so much hate, so much ego towards this religious person just because they're religious. And it's just like, for what? Like, this person is still pushing peace, love, and light. What's the point just because they don't sit in the same belief system as you? You know what I'm saying? And it's just kind of, it's toxic, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of spiritual people, push this peace, love, and light when that's really not necessarily the case majority of the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of spiritual people push that, unification and shit like that, but how could we ever unify as a collective if everybody's always bickering about God and experience and source and what's the right belief system? And it's like, I don't know. And my biggest thing is like, if spiritual people are so enlightened, they're so more awakened than other people, supposedly, right? Why would they argue with other people about belief system if you all know that the same thing is, like, all these belief systems reference the same source? Like, doesn't that kind of make you ignorant? You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that'd be my whole thing. I'd just be like, bro, none of this shit be making sense to me, bro. That's why I just kind of like taking a big ass step back, and I'm seeing a lot of quote unquote spiritual content creators are starting to do the same thing, because it's just kind of like, where did the unity go? You know what I'm saying? How could we ever unify as a collective if everyone is still in these pointless debates, if everybody's still in this division? Yes, there's different religions. Okay, y'all might not agree on the exact same ideologies. Okay, cool. I'm not saying people can't debate, but why are we debating out of hate, out of spite, out of ego? Why are we debating out of, I'm higher than you because of this? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool to have intellectual debates, educational debates. There's nothing wrong with that. And I have a lot of spiritual people that like to have, like, quote unquote debates, but not in such a egotistical, trying to argue type case, just kind of like a enlightening type, just like an enlightening type of, conversation, you know what I'm saying? But we can all agree that we all believe in a God, right? We all believe that there's a higher power that we all stem from, whether you want to call it the universe, God, Allah, you know what I'm saying? Whatever people want to call it, whatever belief system, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you think is your God, it's all the same thing. It's all the same title. It's all the same label. You know what I'm saying? So what is this arguing? Like, what is this? I don't understand why there's such like hate and spite in these debates, because none of these debates are really pushing the collective to unify. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to get in over ourselves. We have to push over the ego and come to a realization that we all talk about the same damn thing. And another thing I realized is that, like I said, people are trying to make spirituality kind of like a box, you know what I'm saying? You got to be a certain way. Like, I feel like when it comes to this evolution of self-growth, the same type of things come to people at different times. And what I mean by that is, like, a lot of people see that spiritual people tend to become plant-based, you know what I'm saying? Tend to meditate, tend to, ground in nature. Like, I'm grounded right now. I got my feet in the grass and shit, but not even meditation and grounded, but it's just kind of like, no, that's included. I take that back. That's included. And what I mean by this is, like, what I'm like, people are saying that spirituality has to be in a set of rules. So it's like, oh, if you're not plant-based, you're not spiritual. Like, when the fuck did that become the case? Because I was spiritual for almost 3-4 years before I was just like, okay, I'm finna become vegan. So how can that be true at all? You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be things like that. Or it's like, if you don't meditate every day, if you don't ground every day, you're not spiritual. Like, what? How can someone not be How can someone not be on a path of enlightening and learning just because they don't confine to your set of rules that you need to meditate every day? Like, if they skip a day of meditation, that don't make them less spiritual. Like, how can you be less spiritual or more spiritual on your own path? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the confusing part to me. Like, why are we comparing spiritual paths? I thought a spiritual journey, a spiritual path awakening was your own damn path. So why are we sitting here trying to compare your path to his path and her path and their path? Like, nigga, it's all our own path. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that just kind of like, they just be blowing me. You know what I'm saying? But granted, like, if you're alkaline, you're plant-based, of course you're probably not going to want somebody, you're not going to want a partner that's not plant-based, alkaline. Okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. But, that don't mean just knock people that aren't plant-based or alkaline. Like, what the hell? Like, everybody got their own path. Like, they might become plant-based on their own time. They might not. Who cares? They still spiritual. They still a spiritual being, having an experience just like you. That don't mean anything, bro. Like, shit like that be kind of blowing me too, because it's just kind of like, I thought we was all on our own path. Another thing that I've seen within being in this spiritual community is, I'm not sure if a lot of people have heard of this term called Nine Ether, but it's kind of like a movement that's being pushed of like melanated people being the original children of the universe and shit. And it's just kind of like, bro, what the fuck? Like, and this is something that I once believed too, but I'm starting to come out of that shit too. Cause it's just kind of like, whoa. And I feel like all this shit really roots from, it's like, melanated people being oppressed, you know what I'm saying, since slavery was like so recent. But like, who says that we didn't enslave people? You know what I'm saying? And that's like, I get tired of having these conversations because I have these conversations so damn much to the point it's just like, bro, this shit is dumb, bro. Like, how are we really gonna unify? We're still pushing like racism, bro, in a sense. Like, it's like I've seen these 9-ether people, and if you don't know what 9-ether is, don't even try to go figure out. You can if you want, but bro, it's so pointless. Like, this shit literally does nothing good for you. I've seen this shit literally put people in psychosis, bro. Like, literally. I've seen people literally be like, bro, like, what's the point of me living if I'm not a melanated person that's not an original child of the universe or whatever? Like, it's like, what the fuck? Everybody has a soul. Everybody's here experiencing this regardless of what the fuck your skin color is. Like, I just don't understand a lot of these things, bro, because a lot of these spiritual things are just really pushing division, bro. And we all supposed to be unifying as a collective. Like, so I just don't, this is why I don't know. Like, you might still see like hashtag spirituality under my like TikTok videos if y'all follow me on TikTok. Wokesin, if y'all don't, go do that. Go follow me on Instagram too, because I'll be posting on there, you know, daily and shit. I'm about to get started back posting on YouTube daily too, but you know, I still put hashtag spirituality just so it can get in that kind of algorithm, because I know like the type of people I want to attract into my content. But when it comes to being like in this kind of like spiritual community type sense, like, I don't know, I'm kind of cool off that shit, bro. Like, I'm kind of cool. Like, I just want to, you know, help people, you know, spread positivity. So I get hella DMs talking about, yeah, bro, I love your content. Your content's helped me. Your content's helped change me. I've helped inspire some people to start even make content, bro, and that shit like means a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I want to do. I just want to spread the love. I just want to inspire people. I just want to, you know, help motivate people, because hell, I be needing motivation. Like, a lot of the content I make is for me too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's just my whole goal when it comes to being a part of the spiritual community and confining to these spiritual rules and shit, bro. Like, niggas can miss me with that shit. Like, they can miss me with that. I'm cool off this spiritual community shit, bro. But granted though, like I said, bro, it's a light and dark aspect. Like, yeah, we just covered a lot of the dark aspect things, but there's definitely a lot of light when it comes to this spiritual community shit, bro. Like, a lot of these, it's a lot of spiritual creators out here that are really vibrating high, like high as fuck. Like, they are really out here spreading the love. They're spreading financial freedom, escaping the matrix. They're pushing living off grid, you know what I'm saying, not relying on these quote unquote elites. I don't even like calling them that, reptilians, for real, but they mentioning these like living off grid, not relying on electricity and water, because everything's solar panel, everything's solar generated. They're growing their own food. You know what I'm saying? I love that. I love people that's just pushing the positivity, pushing the high vibrational content. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's gonna help the collective, bro. All the things that I mentioned early on in the video, bro, that's the shit that is just, it's driving a lot of people away, bro. And I don't blame them, because that shit is just like, oh my God, it's so toxic, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's a work in progress, bro. It's like years of deprogramming, like, we as a collective got to do. So it's still a work in progress. I'm not saying I'm just a perfect person, because my ego I still get conflicted in my own ego at times, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm working on it, because I'm like trying to become more aware of it, bro. But it's like, it's a battle. It's a battle that you got to do every day. But yeah, bro, like, there's definitely light and dark aspect to the spiritual community shit, bro. And trust me, you can definitely be a spiritual sovereign being without having to be a part of this spiritual community shit, bro. Like, if you're not plant-based, you know what I'm saying, don't let that shit stress you out. Like, you become plant-based when you're ready to become plant-based. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't feel like you are like you're lacking something or you're not enough because you got other spiritual people telling you this shit, bro. Like, that shit don't mean much. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit really don't mean anything, honestly. It's like, bro, all I will say is that if you're aware that the things that you're doing aren't good, just change them. You know what I'm saying? Change them to do better. Like, honestly, it's really that simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of this shit just really just like a common sense type of thing. But yeah, that's all I really want to say. That's the video I just really wanted to make, cause, dude, that should be killing me, bro. Spiritual community be just killing me, bro. Slowly but surely, it's just like, bro, can't. But yep, if y'all enjoyed this video, like, sub, comment. Appreciate y'all, man. Whew. Peace.